loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outside, he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to
try to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cheetah Bengals with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan, and it's 3rd and 4. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
It juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A big play there for Cincinnati. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It's a good one, man. It's a good one.
Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Stafford. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow on play action. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford.
Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
And he's brought down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 11 now.
Stafford.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. Now Stafford.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
There you go. Check. There you go. Can. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to air one out. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, Stafford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's 2nd down.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Handoff right side to Wangu.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Henry Ruggs.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's brought down after a very nice game.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
7 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They snap it to Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. Able to get away. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. B.J. Hill in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. To the right side and complete to Hurst. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this one is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Bengals have recovered it.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. On first down, Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime is really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-4.